2007. Tao was a sophomore at a vocational college in Urumqi. Spring meant biting cold, Siberian winds and Gobi dust. Their dorm housed 7 old iron bunk beds. One roommate was Guiga, my mighty, called Xiao Mai, a giant at 185 cm, always grinning, Mandarin rough. Burning paper money for the dead was entirely foreign to him. Qingming festival. No morning classes, most asleep. The door burst open. Xiao Mai rushed in, beaming. Tao, look, I found 50 kwai. Tao squinted at the green banknote. Serious money in 2007. But the texture was wrong, yellowish green. He snatched the bill, and his heart sank. Unburned hell money. Instead of Mao Zedong, the Jade Emperor stared back. Heaven and Earth Bank. Scorched black edges smelling of burned joss paper. This is ghost currency. Money for the dead, and you've stolen from them. Throw it out now. Out the window. Xiao Mai shrugged but complied. Under Tao's supervision, he tossed the hell money out the farthest window. Tao watched it flip through the April wind, landing on dead grass below. He silently chanted, "No offense meant, a kid who didn't know better, the money's been returned." But over the next week, all 7 roommates ran into trouble, as if something had tailored a unique punishment for each. The first struck was Tao himself. He woke to pain radiating from deep in his bones, both arms covered in handprint-shaped bruises, 5-finger patterns. By next morning, they vanished completely. No fading, simply erased. Then the Shangxi guy on Tao's lower bunk woke screaming, both legs swollen from thigh to ankle, skin stretched shiny purple-red blood spots. Couldn't walk. Then old Ma from Hainan, always strong as an ox, returned with a 40-degree fever, no cause. 2 days of IV drips, nothing brought it down. Then Xiao Feng made a simple layup. The moment his feet hit ground, a crisp crack. Ankle swelled to an egg. By next day, swelling vanished. Same pattern, appearing from nowhere, disappearing without reason. 4 people, identical pattern yet completely different symptoms. It defied all probability. Then Saturday night, the Jiangxi roommate kept to himself. Around 1 a.m., Tao and others returned from the internet cafe, suddenly creaking from his bunk. Rhythmic, continuous. In the dim light, Tao saw the blanket rising and falling. Wrong amplitude, wrong rhythm, each rise higher than the last. Underneath, heavy, labored breathing, like breath being compressed, dragged out, pushed back in. A low, guttural sound, something constricted in the throat. They ripped off the blanket. The Jiangxi guy lay rigid, every muscle locked. Eyes rolled back, only white showing. Face purplish red. Lips convulsing. Arms stiff, fingers curled into claws. Foam bubbled from his mouth, tinged with blood. He'd bitten his tongue. They shook him, slapped his cheeks, shouted his name. After an eternity, he stopped, like flipping a switch. Body limp, pupils slid back. He sat bolt upright, saw 6 faces staring in the darkness, and screamed, "What are you all doing? In the middle of the night?" After they explained, he touched his swollen face and fell silent. Then spoke, voice very soft. "I don't remember anything. But Vika, before I woke up, I had a dream. Someone stood beside my bed. Very tall, taller than Xiao Mai, head nearly touching the ceiling, a black silhouette. Their hand was on my forehead." He pressed his palm there. So cold, not ice cold, a different kind of cold, like a temperature that shouldn't exist. They held an emergency meeting. The Shangxi guy counted. Day 1, Tao's arms. Day 2, my legs. Day 3, old Ma's fever. Day 4, Xiaofeng's ankle. Day 5, old Zhang's convulsions. "And me," Xiao Mai said, "ever since I picked up that thing, low fever, night sweats, blanket soaked every morning. 6 people, 6 types of symptoms. No repeats, no omissions. Like a precise roster, some invisible presence calling roll." Xiao Feng, the only one not yet struck, curled in the corner, sobbing, "I don't want to be the last one." No one laughed. Watching everyone get hit one by one, knowing you're next, that was agonizing. Old Ma called home. His mother knew a master in Chengji. After hearing the account, the master was silent a long while. Behind your college, across the railway over that hill, is a large graveyard, some graves over 100 years old. During Qingming, people burn paper carelessly. Incompletely burned bills are invalid currency on the other side. That hell note drifted from the graveyard on the wind. Your classmate brought it to your dorm, drawing those things over. They'd waited years for money, and you intercepted it. And when you returned it, you casually tossed it out the window. They waited years. Finally, money was coming, and you took it, then threw it away without basic courtesy. Extremely disrespectful. Fortunately, they're still somewhat reasonable. They didn't want your lives, just gave each of you a warning. Otherwise, someone might already have been carried out under a white cloth. The master gave instructions. Incense, candles, joss paper, offerings. At exactly midnight, find a crossroads, where yin and yang intersect. Kneel and apologize sincerely. They followed every instruction. 7 of them snuck out, climbed the wall, found a secluded crossroads near an abandoned factory. At midnight, they knelt on cold asphalt, burning joss paper, sheet by sheet, flames dancing, sparks spiraling toward the black sky. Sometimes the fire shot up, as if someone was eagerly reaching out to receive. A Tao led the apology. Everyone whose names we don't know, we didn't know the rules. We took your money, threw it away. That was our fault. We've read books for years, but some things aren't taught in school. We're burning double for you. After you take it, go back. Don't follow us anymore. We're not bad people. We were just too young, too ignorant. I'm sorry. They burned handful after handful. The fire illuminated 7 young men kneeling in darkness. None thought it silly superstition, not after what they'd experienced. But the next day, during a thorough cleaning, they discovered something more terrifying than everything before. Xiao Mai was sweeping under his bed, the innermost bunk, right by that window, when he let out a primal scream. The broom flew from his hands. Under the bed leg, pressed flat beneath the full weight of the iron bunk, was the hell money. The very same bill. Identical burned corner. Identical pattern of 3 pinholes forming an obtuse triangle. This was physically impossible. A Tao had watched Xiao Mai throw it out the 4th floor window. From window to bed was at least 7 meters, past 2 bunk beds, a desk, thermos bottles. Even if wind could carry it, how could it navigate all those obstacles and land precisely under the bed leg? And more terrifying, the bed weighed at least 190 pounds, nearly 85 kilos of iron frame. The bill was crushed under the leg against cement. The only way to place it there was to lift the bed first, and no one had moved that bed. They contacted the master again. His silence was even longer. Then he said, "The other party is still not satisfied." They returned the money as a message. "I won't take it. I want your attitude. You knelt at that crossroads for your own benefit. Your hearts. I know, and they know too." So that very night, they went back. They knelt even longer. Each person spoke what they truly felt. The fear, confusion, self-blame. The Jiangxi guy knelt before the fire. "I'm sorry. If that night you were borrowing my body to tell me something, I received it." Xiao Mai spoke last, kneeling before dying embers, huge palms pressed together, voice carrying a heavy Uyghur accent but deeply sincere. "I don't know your rules. In my hometown, we pray, we chant, we believe the soul returns to heaven. But if I'd known a piece of paper would cause this much trouble, I'd rather die than pick it up. But I already did, so now I'm here, kneeling, apologizing in your way. Taking your money was my fault. I'm sorry." His eyes grew red, not crying, but red. After this second ritual, a miracle occurred. The next morning, Atao was awakened by sunlight streaming through the window, warm, golden, bright. He realized, during that entire period, their dorm hadn't seen real sunlight, as if the windows had been covered by an invisible grey film. Now, it had been peeled away. Xiao Mai stretched. His fever was gone. Ever since I picked up that thing, I haven't felt this comfortable. Something was pressing inside me. Now, gone. They stood at the window. Outside, the sun shone bright over the sports field. Urumqi's deep blue sky stretched vast and clean. Tian Shan's snowy peaks glittered in the distance. 7 young men stood in the sunlight a long while. Then someone started laughing, and it spread like a virus. They laughed until they doubled over, until tears streamed. Not because anything was funny, but because they were still alive. Their friends were still alive. The sun had risen as usual. The world could keep turning. As for the hell money, Atao burned it personally at the crossroads, watching until every last spark extinguished. This time, it didn't come back. Atao later shared this as a warning. He used to be a materialist, only believing what his eyes could see, but after that week, his worldview was overturned. There are too many things we cannot understand. Whether you believe or not, you must maintain reverence, not from fear, but because you acknowledge your cognition has boundaries.